Okay, Lady, what is this thing that we're doing here?
Welcome to end of the summer, 1st of September, Labor Day show and tell. We've got all new semester of showing and telling. Everyone's showing off their projects, their burping, their synthesizers, and we only have a couple people, but it'll be nice and intimate. Take like 5 minutes to show off your project.
Yeah.
We'll start with Tony, Nicola, then Noah and Pedro, then C. Scott, and then Richard, and then whoever else may venture in.
All right, Tony.
Start us off.
Hey, yeah.
Adafruit Northwest.
Yep.
What you got going on this week?
So it's actually not a project that I did specifically, but a forum user, he posted some code to drive Neopixels with a Raspberry Pi.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, he's just testing it out.
I cannot believe it.
And it works pretty well, so I'll show you here to silence all the doubters. Here is a Neopixel ring that's being lit just purely by the Raspberry Pi. And so you can see the way it's working is there's the PWM pin right here, number 18, and so that drives things at a certain frequency, and that's going into a non-inverting hex buffer, so it's just buffering 3.3 volts to 5 volts because the Neopixels are a little sensitive. You need enough voltage on the signal line. And the way it works, it's using DMA, the direct memory access, so you can basically set up using the hardware on the Raspberry Pi to say, take this string of bytes and transfer it to something. And in most cases, you're like transferring between the SD card or other devices. But you can set things up to say, okay, I want to transfer those bytes to the PWM pin and control the modulation there. So using that, you can basically do really nice exact timing using just the hardware on the Pi. So you don't have to do something like an Arduino where you have real-time control, or a BeagleBone Black where you've got like little microprocessors that you can use. So it's pretty slick and it works pretty well. It's still a little bit early. I think he just posted the code yesterday, and I was kind of playing with it a little bit and having some issues. But once you kind of get it sorted out, it's not so bad. Hopefully I'll work with him a little bit and we can maybe turn this into a library and do a write-up on it so that folks can use it.
Huh. Why do you think no one tried to do this before? Because this is, top.
DMA is a little complicated. If you look at the code, you need to know all the right registers to access and how to set it up. So it's not really well documented. There's a few things. There's a really nice Python library that uses DMA to let you control servos. And it's the same kind of thing where initially the early Python libraries, people would try to use servos with them, and it would kind of suck. It wouldn't work well. And I think it just took a while for people to figure out how to work with DMA and get some example code and stuff like that that you can use.
I actually thought that we would actually end up, it was on, me and Tony talked about using the SPI DMA buffer, and then you use 1 byte per bit, but you could use the SPI bus instead, but actually the PWM is better because you can have much more precise control over the timing widths. So it's actually kind of neat. It's a bit of a hack.
These embedded Linux platforms, there's always more stuff to do.
There's
you never run out.
meant to do this, but you know what? What's nice about Neopixels, you only need 1 pin. Yeah. There's only 1 PWM pin, but you only need 1 pin, so it's fine.
Right. And then of course also the critical thing is the cat.
Yeah, I was gonna actually ask. You have to put that in the box. All right.
That's like so comfortable.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very
Anytime
much.
I need to get to my happy place, I imagine I'm a cat in a box. Okay. Next up, Noah and Pedro.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday to you. What you got going on this week?
All right, this past week's filming has revealed that Master Chief is actually a woman. Whoa. All right. Hilarity ensues as we approach Halloween because we're working on some cool projects that combine 3D printing and wearable electronics. That's right, we're going to be working on props and other cosplay-inspired 3D print projects. But this week we're kicking it off with the launch of our Daft Punk-inspired 3D printed helmet featuring amazing code by the amazing Phil B. That's right. Tune in this 3D Thursday at for 3D Hangouts every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, where Matt Griffin, Noah, and myself will share some of the techniques that went into the CAD design. We'll look at the 3D printing news around the world and highlight some designs around the community. So be sure to check it out, and we'll be sure to keep on printing. Right.
All right.
You guys have the most fun ever.
That is really delightful. Oh, you know what? We gotta.
Hold on. Okay.
Twins.
Yeah, I can't believe
you printed out 2. I thought this was the first one you printed. I'm like,
oh no, we made like 3 or 4.
I can't believe you guys are wearing the same thing I was gonna wear tonight. I can't believe this.
It's going to get stuck on your head, and then it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to call the fire department again. Anyways. All right, we got this going on.
Let's see what we got going on.
All right. Yeah, the show's just getting weirder and weirder every week. This is cool. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Size, Phil, because I should have printed it bigger for you. Damn it.
Yeah. No, I know.
But it fits me. I just need a little bit of padding on the top.
Oh, okay.
Johnny,
Forgot that rubber.
giant head.
The Ninja Flex bumpers.
I used to fall over as a child. It was horrible because my head was too big. Okay. All right. So we're going to keep moving along. All right. Thank you so much, Noah and Pedro. Next up, we're going to go to a bunch of people join. This is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope they're all wearing Daft Punk.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
Scott, what you got?
Well, I've been working on microsynthesizers. I call this one a nanosynth. It's a full synthesizer voice done in a configuration that doesn't reuse voltage-controlled parameters, so you can cut down on the number of components quite a bit. One VCO, 2-pole filter, a 4-stage envelope, and a whole bank of modulation controls, because modulation is where the fun is. But just some basic operation here. You've got your basic tone output, but you can start to give it a little bit of a lead line quality. With the portamento, a little pitch bending, but then you color a little bit more, add a vibrato. You can also modulate if we switch from, this is a sawtooth waveform, if we switch over to, it's a mixable control, over to, you hear it's a little bit of a higher harmonic content pulse waveform. We can also add a bit of modulation there. Now we switch back to saw and play with the filter a little bit. The pitch CV generator I'm using won't let me go to 0 volts, so I can't get really grungy bass notes right now. But next time I demo the Pico over here, I'll have that going. But
All right. Stay tuned, because we'll have you play us out. We have like 8 more people just showed up, so we have to.
Yeah. Will you be prepared at the end to play us out?
I'll see what I can do.
All right,
right.
thank you so much. And don't forget, email support@adafruit.com if you want to ask Ian on the show and tell sticker for the stack of manuals or on the back of the PCB.
I love it, man. I love that code
Yeah.
manual. Man. It's gonna be. If
All
you
right.
go back like 50 years from now and be like, you printed things out on wood.
That's tough. All right, Richard, show us your project.
Hey guys, so I have a version of this is the, and with this one I have an electric imp on top there controlling it, so through Wi-Fi, and I uploaded a link to the app. Oh yeah, I see someone's got the app there. So if you go ahead and punch in a couple of commands and hit send, it should move the robot.
What?
That's cool.
Whoa.
So this is an electric imp controlled bot
That's
with
nice.
an app.
It's
Yeah.
rotating. Moving. Moving.
Yeah, the servos kind of do twitch a little bit, so it does. I didn't have time to calibrate it.
Oh, it's not. I thought somebody was telling it to turn. That's just the servos are a little off.
Yeah, so if you press in a couple of the arrows and then hit send, that'll send all the commands that you type in at once.
Okay.
Very cool.
I don't have a tablet to try it with, but it's a very cute little robot. And there's no microcontroller involved. It's just an electric amp.
Here, I can show you. So this is
cool.
the here, and if I do a couple of, you can see a couple of different commands going in there, and if I hit send,
Oh,
That's
go
cool.
little guy, go!
oh, looks like someone else is sending. So yeah, and it uses, it's basically just sending really easy commands using a post from the app, and it's handling it all on the server. I had to learn how to do squirrel script because that's what IMP is in. But the app, I actually made it so that it's pretty generic. So actually, it tells you what protocol it sends, and you can actually put in the host server for your robot. And so you can actually use it with any type of, like one of the Spark Core, I think, is the other Wi-Fi
Yeah.
Arduino. and so you can really use it with just about anyone.
All right.
It's
well,
cute.
Very
like
cool,
it.
Richard. Please send us an email to support@adafruit.com. That bot, or you, get sticker. You get to decide. Get as seen on the show and tell sticker. Okay, next up, I think Daniel came in. Is that? That's the order.
Daniel.
Well, let's go to Daniel, then we'll
Okay.
go to Andy afterwards. Okay, Daniel, show us your project.
Hello, Ada people. I have for you a clock, of course. It is my interpretation of the meter clock idea. And as you can see, there are 3 milliamp meters wired to a, hold it up here, this little custom board. It's got a Arduino Pro Mini on the left and a Chronodot on the right, mounted on headers to raise them off the board to have all the discrete components underneath it. And basically, the PWM signals are sent through resistors to create a current that is shown on the meters. And depending on the current level, it will move the dials to represent the appropriate time. Also, you'll see that it lights up, of course.
Yeah.
It has to light up. There are a number of LPD8806 LEDs taped underneath each meter. And in the current mode, you can see on the far right, the second hand, as it goes from 0 to 60, it cycles through the colors of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and then back to red. I've used that color idea on a couple of different clocks, and I, of course, wanted to incorporate it into this one as well. You also see I don't know if you can, but there's a button to change the different modes. So just plain white, medium, low. I call this one old-timey radio amber. Just a neat effect. And then a sort of monochrome version of the color cycle, where instead of colors, it just goes different brightnesses of, of white. So, and then back to that. So, in its current state, it's just the innards of it. I'm looking to put together a nice custom case for it. And all of the build pictures, the code for it, the schematic, all that's available on our website, maniacallabs.com. So,
very cool.
Awesome.
Okay, and it's time that we award you a sticker. So email support@adafruit.com, and we'll give you an as seen on the show and tell sticker. Next up,
very fun looking.
Andy. Andy, hello, Andy. Show us your project.
Hello. So my project I've been working on for about a year now. It's a fairly basic data logger, but I've made a printed circuit board for it.
Ooh, custom.
And it's, as you can probably see, it's using the Adafruit Ultimate GPS module, right? And what it does is it logs to an SD card, and the idea with it was to make it as simple as possible, right? So it's only got one control on it, just the one switch to turn it on, and obviously it'll look for a fix, and when it gets a fix, it'll start logging to the SD card. When you turn it back off again and pull the SD card, the idea is it'll just open in Google Earth right away. Like, you don't have to convert any files, none of that. It just works. So I've got, I can show you here. I've got a flight that I've done here. So what it's meant for is for flight instruction, right? So, student pilots will typically have trouble initially figuring out, what's necessarily their flight's supposed to look like. So, with the circuit here, how you fly the circuit, especially with gliders, is very important. If you modify it poorly, it won't help you, right? So this, you can see, exactly where the aircraft went, and it's fairly accurate that you can even pull the altitude off. So if I go in Google Earth here, you can see, the altitude that the plane was at different points, and you can trace out a line and see, along the way, which section you're looking at. It'll tell you what height it was at and that sort of thing. So I thought that was kind of neat. Here's the schematic for it. I'm not going to go through the entire thing because obviously you don't have time. But you can see that there's not. It's got a couple things. It's got a LiPo battery on it, and some basic boost converters and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's about it for me.
This is really cool. I like that you solved one of the problems, which is how do you visualize this easily for people. I used to do data logging all the time, and it's like, okay, now you have a 10-step process to show it on Google Earth, and that's where you lost everybody. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So putting the effort into getting the KML file or whatever they have now it's annoying, but it's worth it.
And where can people find more information about this?
So I don't have like a blog set up or anything, but I am trying to document it on my YouTube. So if you look at my lower third thing there, it's my YouTube's there.
Okay. Well, you get a scene on the show and tell sticker. You can bring it up in the skies. But also, if you want to have us post some of the videos on the Adafruit blog, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Project.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks.
Next up is Janan.
Okay, Janan. Hello. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey guys.
What you got going on?
Here I have the Adafruit's Tiny Tetris.
Yay!
So, yeah. Let me just show all the views. This is front view, the LED matrix joystick. On the side we have the same brightness control buttons and the micro USB port for both charging and programming. Here on the back is the Adafruit logo.
Oh boy.
And here is a reset button for the Pro Trinket, and on the top we have a switch for the power.
Okay.
So yeah, and on the inside, well, let me open it up.
Oh wow.
Wow.
The insides look just as good as the outside. That's beautiful.
That's like a perfect fit.
Yeah, nice wiring.
Thanks. First, a big thank you to Nano and Pedro for the idea of using the magnets for holding two pieces together. It worked perfectly. Don't have to design the holes for screws. It's just a simple magnets and works pretty well. I actually spent a lot of time, designing this enclosure in SolidWorks and then printing it on the MakerBot, which you can see right here. Yeah. There. Because I've been using it. So in the past, I've been mostly using the Stratasys machine we have to print all my do all the 3D printing, and it just works perfectly all the time. And this, I just started with this. This is actually the first thing I printed on this MakerBot we have, and sometimes there's some warping and stuff. It just takes time. Takes time to get it right.
You have to get one with the machine where the $50,000 machines, like you press go and that's it.
Yeah.
The other one's like, oh, I gotta level the bed, or like this one's temperamental, or this one is that. Yeah.
But it came out really, really nice.
Yeah, it looks great.
So on the inside there's the Pro Trinket. I think this is the first project using the Pro Trinket.
This is the first published one, yeah.
Yeah.
I have unfinished ones I gotta finish.
So there's a Pro Trinket, which is secured with the screw. There's a Power Boost 500 charger and the 500 milliamp LiPo battery. And here we have the 16x8 LED matrix backpack. And you can see that I have resistors for both the joystick and the buttons on the side. They're actually connected to the LED backpack instead of to the Pro Trinket. Oops. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, live demo.
We were going to ask you to play the game.
All right, so the reason is that I didn't want to make that many connections between the top and bottom board. The only, well, if we count the one that just got disconnected, the only connection between top and bottom are the 4 wires for the I2C interface on the backpack board. And so I'm using the chip here, the HD16K33, to both drive the LED matrix and read the button states. So it saves us some resource, and I don't have to manually debounce. Well, I don't have to debouncing code on this Pro Trinket. I just have to read button states from that chip over I2C, which is kind of nice. I have a lot of details in the guide.
Yeah, this is an upcoming guide.
Okay.
But you still get an As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker, so make sure you drop us an email. And I like to see all the different things come together. This is a cool Tetris project that we saw. You and Pedro have a style that they do with these magnet things. You have this 3D printer stuff going on. This is really neat. You got your Pro Trinket.
I'm not going to say you have to do it for this trip, for this project, but it would be interesting if in a future project somebody used the magnets and they use those as contacts as well, like the little bits where you
Right.
solder something, and then the magnets actually make the contact. I do not suggest trying to do that, but it's an idea.
It's a Lady Ada challenge.
It's
I need a graphic or something.
challenge.
Yeah.
I was thinking about making like modules like little bits that, it's essentially like an infinitely expandable LED matrix.
Yeah.
Snap LED matrices together, and can just increase it.
I'm waiting until someone gets big magnets and make big bits. Giant ones. Okay.
Crush your hand.
All right.
Okay, thank you
we're
very
going
much.
to try to get through. We've got two more
shoot,
folks,
shoot.
I think, so we're going to try to get through them as
Okay.
fast as we can. Okay.
Say Roof.
Say Roof, if you can show us your project in a couple of minutes.
All right.
Lots of projects.
Great.
Yeah, it is a lot.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, this is my first time on the show. I've been trying to get on, but I've been having some troubles. Anyways, I have 3 little things here I'd like to share.
Yeah.
One of them is a matrix of Neopixels. I have 50 of them here, which is synchronized to display text. I actually have a really brief web page set up on servicehusky.com/Arduino, and hopefully it'll work. Should.
All
And
right.
then, so you can play with that while I'm telling off the other things. Secondly, of course, I'll go to the LED strip we have here. I have, if you can see in the background, a huge computer case. My huge see-through computer. It has case lighting in it, but it was store-bought, and it's a solid color strand. It's pretty lame. So I figured, why not put 2 meters of Neopixels in it and make it razzle-dazzle all over the place?
Oh, that's great.
So I've been working on this, and I have a couple different modes. Like this one's a binary, and it's to simulate. I'm going to plug this into the hard drive activity LED. So the whole inside the case will flash based on hard drive activity.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
So one of the modes here is intensity mode. It's blue, and the hard drive is not flashing that much. As it flashes more, it gets brighter and brighter as it goes down. Another mode is the... didn't switch it? I don't have the switches right now. This one's the annoyance mode. It actually beeps when the hard drive would flash.
Oh, that's cool. It's very Star Trek-y.
Yes.
Computing,
Everyone says that.
Computing. Okay.
And then, of course, you got the solid mode, which just flashes the entire case, which these will all be easy to change the color once it's all done. But right now I have it blue. And this one's glitter mode. Of course, it'll flash with the hard drive. I have rainbow, which will only chase the rainbow when the hard drive is active.
Okay.
That's cool.
And, yeah, I don't have this in the computer right now because I actually don't have my transistors to actually interface it. So I have it all on the breadboards for now. And then, of course, I have an actual chaser, which also goes with the hard drive. And binary, back to binary. So I'll leave it there for now. And it's also light sensitive, so if I were to get like a light and shine on it, it should make them dimmer. Of course, probably not since I'm on
It's hard, it's hard to tell, but it is because the camera. But
so if I make it, if I cover them up, they should get dimmer. But I guess that didn't work.
Oh,
And
9 out of 10 demos work.
live demo.
Yeah.
Then, of course, separately in the background, this is my college project that I just graduated with. It's a clock, so I made this before the huge NeoPixel ring of... you released a huge 60 NeoPixel ring, so I have a 1 meter of 60 NeoPixels, and actually have this junky remote that I have custom programmed. If it works, of course, you can turn on off the ambient lighting.
Yeah.
You can change the hand colors. Come on. So there's like the Lady Ada pink mode.
I like the edge light clock style. It is a cool design where it's like it's a shadow clock.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to go for. It's actually really neat. And another thing is I also have animations programmed into it, which that one that one's my sample animation. You have to reset it when you go to that one. So let's go to that one, which I call it like the rainbow. It just bounces, hard to see.
Cool. Okay.
And it's sound reactive, but I won't really get into that right now. So that's basically all I have.
All right, these are all excellent projects. Congratulations, you really maxed out NeoPixels in lots of different ways.
Thank you.
Great.
One last thing I'll mention really fast is actually for the Christmas season. I covered the entire outside of the house with 27,500 lights. They're not LEDs, so they can't afford them. But I have them synchronized to music on over 200 dimmable channels. So come December, I'll have to show you guys that.
Okay.
It's on my YouTube otherwise.
Could you stop on this show as you do some of this and even set it up so people can see what goes behind the scenes as you're doing it?
Oh, of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
that'd be
right.
fun.
Yeah, these
Well,
are awesome.
we'll have to get a special show and tell sticker for that. But don't forget to email support at adafruit.com for that show and tell sticker for this project. And we're going to try to squeeze in one more person.
Okay, well, no, two.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, we have like all these people. Nick.
Well, he's a still, so I think
Okay,
he's not
Nick's
actually
not there.
in. Yeah.
All right.
Robert,
Robert.
show your project in
Still.
2 minutes or less.
Image.
Hey guys, you there?
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see, hold on a second here. So this is my Mac that is showing images from a camera on this other computer over here.
Oh, Mac.
And essentially I have this
What?
Wait, that's a bad idea.
Wait, what? So
Oh, yeah,
you
let me
actually,
want some work.
you're pumping video into a really old Mac. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Are you driving the display directly?
Yeah, essentially, yeah, I got this Mojo FPGA, and it's getting serial data from that computer, and just clocking out the vertical sync, horizontal sync, and the data to get these, to get this screen showing what that screen's trying to show.
Wow,
Okay.
this is the first show and tell on. That's a Mac.
It's a classic.
Yeah, Mac Classic. What's the model? What's the?
No, that's the classic.
Yeah, but what's the processor that was on this thing?
That's the
like a,
68040, I think.
Yeah. So another historical first for Hangouts. I think that's the first time a Hangout video has ever been displayed on a Mac Classic.
That is. Just please don't electrocute yourself. Okay.
Thanks.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, Robert. Well, you get as seen on the show and tell sticker for that for sure.
Yeah, that's
if
really
you take some photos of that project or post it up online, please let us know. I think people would want to see that.
This is Mac Classic Week.
Yeah, we have a little mini Mac
Hello,
here
Mac
too.
Classic. Hello.
Okay, well we're gonna set up for Ask an Engineer. Thank you everybody. We're here every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to post up on Google Plus if you want to be added to show and tell circles. We'll invite you, and you can show and share your cool projects. Outstanding week, amazing projects this week.
Yeah, this we were like, God, there was like 2 people, and then there was like 13 people.
All right.
These are a lot of projects to show off.
Yeah. Oh, I think Daniel just came in. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? Are you able to show your project in 1 minute, or do you want to come back next week?
No, I already showed it. I was the.
Oh, sorry. Oh, gotcha. You look different than the robot. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll see everybody on
wave goodbye.
in 1 minute. All right.
That was